It's time now to pay tribute to one of the greatest entertainers of T20 cricket. Dare I say, one of the great entertainers of our game itself. 10,000 T20 runs for Chris Gayle. I mean, T20 is the kind of game you knock a quick 30, quick 40 there, right? 10,000 runs? Just close your eyes and say it loud. 10,000 runs is incredible, and it just tells you two things. It tells you how much the T20 game has grown, but what a giant Chris Gayle has been, just striding across this new game like a colossus. It didn't always start like that, you know. Everyone requires a little trigger point, a little turning point. It came in 2011 for Chris Gayle when he made that dramatic journey from Jamaica to Bengaluru to play for the RCB. Before that, average of 30, strike rate of 135, 1 century, good T20 player. I mean, I'd seen him score that amazing 100 at the start of the 2007 World T20. So you knew about Chris Gayle, but 3 okay years with KKR, not quite going. And then he turns up for RCB, and then in the years that follow, he just murders everybody and murders them with a smile. What happened thereafter? An average of 43, a strike rate of 152, and centuries an event. And Chris Gayle says, yeah, I got an event, and I got another, and I got another. Those numbers are just staggering. I mean, he's got 100 in 30 balls as part of that ridiculous 175 against the Pune Warriors. But in spite of all that, there was one number that hit me. I mean, Chris Gayle is not a numbers person. He's a joy, happiness, wow person. But one number really hit me. Out of those 10,000 runs, 7,534 runs came in 4s and 6s. Why would you want to run singles and 2s and dart between the wickets when 75% of your runs are coming in 4s and 6s? He said 743 6s. So if he said one of you, that's all right. It's the 742 others, right? And then the stat that I was talking about, only one player in the history of the international T20 game has scored more runs than Chris Gayle has in 4s and 6s alone. And that's Brendan McCullum. That just tells you how different Chris Gayle is from everybody else. I know that the 9th and the 10th thousand have taken a few more innings. In his peak, he was getting them in about 24, 25, 26 innings. Now they're taking about 35, 36 innings to come. That happens to everybody. But ask a bowler, ask Jadeja the other day when he was bowling to Chris Gayle, whether he wanted to bowl to him and what he felt like when this giant was sitting there in front of him and standing there rather in front of him. That is the other side to Chris Gayle, the huge impact he's had on the opposition, the fear he's put in the enemy camp, and that really has defined Chris Gayle. And then he comes off and he laughs it off, doesn't it? 10,000 runs to Chris Gayle, what a master.